Hi guys, my name is Melena. Welcome to my channel. And why do I have a mask on my face? Well, I'm trying to improve my life by basically picking up my slack by getting my face done, trying to have my hair better. I'm not typically the type of person who stresses about my hair. You just watch my previous videos, my hair is a mess in some of them. In fact, they're typically always a mess. That's the curse of curly hair. They never listen. Anyway, my hair is as stubborn as me, so I typically don't deal with it. But yeah, I'm trying to turn my life around before I go to Melbourne because I don't want to annoy my father and my other relatives like I have my mother. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at with my face mask. Now, where am I with the Kingkiller Chronicle? Again, thank you, Auntie, for my beloved book. I haven't gotten to the chapter where Code tells his life story from the very beginning, but I have gotten to the chapter where he's met the Chronicler. Specifically, the Chronicler has just fainted on him, and he's now gonna probably drag him to the inn. Or carry him. I think he's probably very strong. He's a young man. He should be strong enough to handle him. I mean, if he can handle the Skraeling, who are giant wagon-sized spiders that can slice you up. If he can defeat them, I'm pretty sure he can easily carry the guy, even if he's bleeding. You know what? That's probably gonna be a bit hard on him. I pray for your safety, Coat. Truly. And by the way, whenever I mention the main protagonist, I'm not gonna call him by his real name. I'm gonna call him by his pseudonym, Coat, because I don't know how you say it. It's Kvothe. How in the world do you say that name? It's like Kvoth? Both? So yeah, I'm just gonna call him Coat. It's easier. That's a nickname. I'm gonna just call him Coat. Reshi is Bast's nickname for him. I'm not gonna steal that because he's probably gonna curse me if I do so. I know he's not real, but But yeah, I'm not gonna tempt fate. Anyway, so where am I with my novel? Where am I? Well, I'm currently working out the real first chapter of my novel. I'm re-editing and everything. But the real first chapter of my novel is starting with the POV of the slave girl, if you will. She's one of the Naldane, who are basically servants of I forgot her name. How to pronounce her name? Neluea? I think Neluea. Yeah, Neluea is basically the adoptive daughter of the emperor. And he's a guy who's trying to conquer the world, but not say hey, I'm ruling the world. No, he's not gonna wave it around like a flag. Only the vampires of his kingdom are gonna be aware of it. But anyone who's a human, they're not gonna know. Maybe the witches will know centuries down the line. I'm toying with that idea. Maybe. But right now, nah, nine. That's not happening. So yeah. What's gonna happen in this story? Well, in this story, not the story. I've done this so many times, I don't know where my mind's getting fumbled. So what am I working on right now? I'm working on the scene, I've written out a scene previously, which I really liked, surprisingly, even though it's a torture scene. You would expect it to be disturbing, but I also like it because it really shows the character of Amate, as well as, the world building, because she's torturing the main protagonist, technically, the main heroine, in a bloody garden. You would not expect a garden to be a torture ground. But hey, there's torture items around in her garden. This is an indoor garden. You know, those glass gardens? well, she basically kind of has that big, and she has these torture items that's just like put around like decorations. Like, you would expect like the seats to be there, but no, there's a torture seat. And then she's just like strapping this poor girl into the seat, and then having this like little like leakage area just drip on her head, just like those like Chinese, Korean, or Japanese. I'm not sure which one of those, but they have this torture method where they like strap you down, and they would put this like there would be this like little droplet called dropping on your head every few seconds, like that, 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 and typically you won't be bothered by that if it's like a few seconds, but then this is like goes on for minutes, and then you're like, please stop. So yeah, that's she basically puts Hess through that before she like breaking her down bit by bit by bit, and then the reason why she's even doing this, why she's even torturing Hest to begin with, because she's kind of like Hest herself, where she's like, does not really care about people. She's like, if she dies, she dies. But she's in the sense where like she doesn't care about everyone, but as soon as her husband is involved, where he's like having lovers and stuff, yeah, expect a few people going missing. And yeah, so many people just like vanish into thin air, and then they later find out, hey, some of the skulls in the catacombs, yeah, some of them are some of the people who went missing. So basically, Hastarte is flirting with the emperor to get information. You know those spy films where she would like try to like get close to the informant, like, hey, yeah, I totally agree, yeah, totally, but hey, what are you actually planning on? How exactly do you plan on taking over the world, and what's your next plans? And she doesn't say it outright, but she's like trying to like get information out of him, since she's not only a good seductress, she's also a good informant gatherer. So she's trying to gather this information for the enemy side, who are these like hunters of the vampires, who also have like Jedi powers mixed with the Avatar magic system, where they have like can control the elements. So basically, she tries to do that. He kind of succeeds, but not really at the same time, because in the end, the emperor knows what she's doing. He knows that she's the spy. He knows everything, but he's playing with her. He's playing with the entire organization, saying, hey, yes, I'm gonna tell you all my secrets, totally. And he's like, hey, here's your information a second too late. Here's information that basically is half true, but is that ultimately useless. Yeah, he's basically doing that. He's messing with her, and he's messing with everyone, and he finds enjoyment in it. He's a psychopath, he's a sociopath, he's every kind of path you can think of. And basically, because Amarte is so possessive and stuff, when she sees this flirtation going on between her husband and Hest, she's like waiting for an opportunity to pounce, because she does not have many opportunities with the vampires. If this person, if Hest was like one of the servants, one of the slaves who are flirting with her husband, then she's gonna happily do so. She can do it without getting any repercussions. But because she's a vampire who can potentially be very useful, she's like, yeah, okay, I can't kill her, and she's like throwing a tantrum and stuff. But then they finally it's finally time to catch the girl. It's finally time to lock them up, to torture them, to make them into public examples of what happens if you betray the emperor. And she's like, hey, Happy, can I torture her? And he's like, sure, sweetheart, go. Sure, honey, go right ahead. And she's like, yay, torture time. So she goes through that. She does that. And by the time she's done with her, Hess is like exhausted. And by the end of the chapter, we get a hint that, hey, these two people who hate each other, they're finally becoming friends. Like, and you guys will have to read the novel to get the full backstory between the two characters, specifically the heroine and the hero. But essentially, they were like childhood friends, kinda. Not really, but they knew each other as kids, and they're enemies in the beginning of the book. But then they become friends by the end of the first book, and ugh, I love this novel. It's like this novel just like goes over like several months. This like seriously, this goes over half a year. A half a year in a single novel. And I'm excited. This is the first time I'm doing it. Like I succeeded in NaNoWriMo. Yes. Last year. Not yesterday, but last year. I'm just really happy right now. Like anyway, so that's where I'm at. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, you know the drill. Just comment down below what do you think I should do next. Like, is there anything you think I can improve? Is there anything you want me to do? If you want, do you guys want me to read a chapter from my novel? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.